Do you know what's easier to do than pitching yourself to a journalist? It's posting on social media. And I've been there, and you've been there too. You write the post, you get the photo organized, you post it up, you refresh your feed a million times, you hope to get 3, maybe 4 likes, that'd be amazing. And then a couple of shares, and you tell yourself, I'm building visibility, I'm getting myself out there, I just need to give it time. The audience needs to come and find me on social media. And then, just for good luck, you refresh your feed again and you go, oh, hang on, somebody shared my post. But here is the hard cold truth. Likes don't build a legacy. Likes don't pay the bills. Long term and powerful visibility happens when you pitch to the media and not post on social media and hope that social media will build your business. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my 15-minute pitch sprint. And this is going to get you up and running and pitching to the media on a regular basis. It's also going to help you stay relatable and, most importantly, stay motivated. Now, if you are thinking, well, who is she to tell me that I should be pitching to the media and not totally relying on social media? Well, I'm Sandra. I am a former journalist with 15 years experience writing and telling stories in the media. And I have worked with over 100 publications across Forbes, Harper's Bazaar, Independent, Standard, and many others. And I have been working in PR for a number of years now, helping clients build their brand authority. And I've also written a book that's called Breaking into the Media, a Journalist's Guide to Publicity. And in this book, I break down what it's like to work as a journalist and what you need to know in order to get their attention. So now that you know about me, let me tell you about my 15-minute pitch sprint. If you're thinking that this is the point in the video where I talk about fear and how people are afraid to put themselves out there, well, I'm sorry to say, but this video is not going in that direction. This is about focus, because when you know what to do and how to do it, pitching becomes a habit, not a hurdle. So, why publicity changes everything? Publicity isn't just about being seen. It's about being recognized as an expert in the places that people go to find expertise. Beyonce's publicist actually said this really well. She said, publicity is not about being famous. It's about being known for what you do best. And when you think about it this way, you are an expert in what you do, and you do it very well. And it's up to you to use publicity to let people know more about what you do and how you can help them. So one article, one podcast, one media mention can shift your entire business trajectory. So now, let's get into the 15-minute pitch sprint. I'm going to show you that you do not need hours to progress. And a lot of people think that they need hours in their week in order to pitch to the media. No. In these 15 minutes, you will know exactly what to do. Minutes 1 to 3. And if you want, set a timer, because that will help you to stay focused on the job. Minute 1 to 3, choose your target. You're already an expert in this field, and you most likely know publications that you should be targeting. You just haven't actually targeted them yet. So pick one, whether that's a journalist, a podcast host, or a consumer magazine or a trade magazine. Don't overthink this. Pick one, get their name and their email, but make sure that they are relevant to your niche. Now, minute 4 to 7. I want you to look at the titles and the first 2 paragraphs of their last 3 to 5 articles or 3 to 5 podcast episodes. Listen to the first 5 to 10 minutes. And also go and look and see what they're sharing on social media. What have they shared on X? What have they shared on LinkedIn? What kind of comments have they got on there? What do they enjoy posting about? And then ask yourself, do I Have something that relates to what they're posting about. And if you've got the courage and the bravery, and I hope you do, then respond to what they've written about. Now, do not respond with a pitch of your own. Respond to what they have said in their post, or respond with something interesting about the article that you've written. And then, as you do this, and as you build your little bit of courage, think about your own hook. Think about how you are relevant to them. And a massive tip here, if you see something that you really relate to and something that you are for or against, that is when you need to take note of this and start using this information in your pitch, while it's still relevant. Now, let's move on to minutes 8 to 13. I want you to fill in the pitch skeleton. Now, well, it's basically a template that you're going to fill in every time you pitch out to the media. So your first sentence is key, absolutely vital. And I'm going to tell you what you shouldn't put in at first. So your first sentence should not be about you. It should not be a long intro. It shouldn't be long and cumbersome to read. What it should include is why your story is important right now to them. So the first line should be why now. Your next line is why you. Your next line is going to tell them why you are an expert in this field. Then your next line is going to be what it actually is that you're offering them. Are you offering them new statistics? Are you offering them a survey? Are you offering them an interview with someone? Then, and most importantly, you need to tell them why this is helpful to their readers or listeners. And in this part, I want you to put it into bullet points. Make it super scannable. These are the 3 reasons why your readers or listeners need to hear about this right now. And then at the end, you put your name, you put your title if you want to use that, and you put your website, your telephone number, and any kind of contact information that you would like. Maybe a link if you have any other press coverage that you've gotten in the past. And then let them know that you are happy to have a conversation with them, respond via email, and try to keep it as conversational as possible. Because if you're conversational, it's most likely going to open the door to a conversation. If you're going to be super salesy in your pitch, then it kind of stops the conversation from starting at all. And now we're going to move on to the last 2 minutes, and that is minutes 13 to 15. You're going to personalize and polish it up a little bit. So make sure you've got the journalist's name correctly. Make sure you've got their email correctly. Reference something that they've done in the past that you really liked, and you'll have had this information from earlier when you did your research. And then read it to yourself or read it out loud and ask yourself, does this sound like something that I'd actually be interested in finding out more about? And if it is, you're good to go. If you think it needs a couple of tweaks, tweak it a little bit, but do not press pause. Go back, tweak a little bit here and there, and then send it. Do not wait for it to be perfect, because at the end of the day, the journalist is the one writing the story, not you. You need to get them the information in a way that's digestible and easy for them to understand. And always remember that progress beats polish any day of the week. Now, a major thing to note here, 1 pitch a week, that's 4 pitches a month. And I know you're probably saying, well, look, Sandra, that's only 4 journalists I'm contacting. Hang on right there. Hang on. No, it isn't. First of all, by doing this every week, you're staying relevant and you're staying aligned with what's in the news cycle right now. That means you're never out of date and you're never pitching in something that the journalist has already covered. And always note that journalists are always talking to each other. So if a journalist cannot cover that story right now, they will send it to somebody that they know has the capacity to do it, has the capacity to interview you, and they will share your details with others because they always try to help each other out, especially nowadays when there's so much demand for content. So always remember that that one pitch can lead to a lot more than you realize. Okay, so let's go on to the topic of overwhelm and what you need to do about this in order to keep going. And Marie Forleo, I love her. She has this quote, and I think it's worth saying at this point. Success doesn't come from what you do occasionally. It comes from what you do consistently. And I know you've probably heard this on loads of videos. Consistency is key. It's key to everything. But it's never more true when you're trying to get yourself relevant to the media. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, try the 15-minute pitch sprint. And please don't quit, because there are people out there that need your expertise, that need your help. And the best and the quickest and most authoritative way that you can get them the message is by starting conversations with journalists and getting journalists to write about you. That is the quickest way you are going to build your authority. And it's not about posting on social media and hoping and praying that the algorithm shines down on you and you start to go viral. So what the hell is this? PR is a long game, and most people quit way too soon. I really, really hope you are not one of the ones that quit and that you will stay going, because your story deserves to be heard, not just by your friends on social media, but by the world. So, while others chase likes, you are building a legacy. While others refresh their feed, you're refreshing your pitch. I hope you found this video helpful. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you in my next video. And I'm going to link to 2 videos here that will also help you master your pitch and also realize how AI is now finding experts. Like and subscribe. I hope to see you next week in my next video.